Hello, everybody. Welcome to this edition of Carl's Bearded Banter. This time, we're going to be interviewing Lee Andrews, aka Lee BMG, from the iBeard Club. So, without further ado, let's get on with the show. Hey! Hello, Mr. BMG. How are you, young man?
I am very, very well indeed. Thank you.
Thank you for agreeing to come on. It's really great to have you here. It's always a pleasure to see that lovely face
problem.
and beard.
Absolutely.
You're looking splendid there with your tash and your beard, young man. Look
brilliant. Thank you very much indeed. And you are as well. Absolutely. Brilliant.
Oh, thank you. Never turn down a comment. That's what I always say. Now, so as we've just said, you're kind of the head honcho at iBeard Club. But before we go on about that and the big news that you've had fairly recently with the iBeard Club, I'd just like to ask you. Now, your name is Lee Andrews, but we all call you Lee BMG. Why BMG? What's that about?
BMG is was a title that was invented in the very early days of the club, back when we were just Beard Club, and basically it stands for Beard Master General.
Oh,
so that is it. So
okay.
Beard Master
General. You are the head of the masked figure for iBeard Club.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, we're a massive team. There's obviously there's myself, and then there's 5 other managers, and then we got 5 moderators, we got ambassadors. So it's a big team, and so as I say, but yes, I sit at the head of the table.
So before we go on a bit more about the iBeard Club, I want to talk a bit about you. I've been doing a bit of investigation, so I wondered if you could tell me a bit more information about these, please.
Right, okay. Oh, you fighter.
Now, who's that man on the left there with just the stubble?
That was about 7 or 8 years ago. That was a mean and moody photograph. Had a bit of because you may or may not know, I play the drums in a band.
Yeah.
And that was a musical project we had. We were called Hammerfist.
All right.
And this was it was a great sort of quite heavy music.
I was going to say, was it this
was in the days before the beard, and me looking like man at CNA.
So okay, let's go on to the next one. What have we got here? Oh, listen, I mean, look at that. That's a splendid photograph. Now you're just showing off.
Thank you. Yes. Our very talented official photographer, John Thompson, he takes some marvellous photographs. He really is a very, very talented man indeed.
He is. All your photographs are fantastic, so I have to give a big shout to John Thompson. I wish he would take some photographs of me sometime. He does a brilliant job.
I'm sure he would love to, brother.
Well, it would be amazing. It is amazing photographer, so big shout to him for that.
He is, yeah, absolutely.
But you can only work with what you got, Lee, and you're not looking too bad there. As I've said before, you are my bearded man crush, and with these photographs, you can see why.
Yeah, well, I always say, obviously, a beard is a lot about genetics.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's about what your father gave you.
Yeah.
And I don't take all the credit. I know I'm lucky. Don't misunderstand. I know that I'm lucky. But my barber, Tommy at Mr. Robinson's here in Rugby, he's been my barber on every single competition I've ever done. And kudos to him. He's the guy that makes it look the way that he does. I'm just the plant pot.
I remember you saying he when you was getting into the bearded circuit, you saw him and he kind of taught you what you could do with your beard, and he kind of helped mould and shape it.
Well, yeah, it was. Well, basically, as I say, when me and my missus, when we got together, I said I wanted to grow a beard, and there was a friend of hers that she used to work with who had just started work at this brand spanking new barber's called Mr. Robinson's, and they said you should go along. And it was the first time that I'd met Matt Robinson himself. And he was very kind. What he said to me, and he said, you should grow more because you could have a good beard. So I just carried on going. Soon after, as I say, it was Tommy that actually started. I started sitting in Tommy's chair, and then on from there. And as I say, every competition win I've ever had, Tommy has been my barber. So I just grow it, but this is his project. No one is.
You just carry it around for him,
to touch it. Yeah, he's got gun towers and everything like that. He won't let anyone else touch it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you quite an honour of him. You do have a ring that does give you like a select few.
Oh yeah. So I don't know if you can see that. You can pick that up. Because I'll get a little bit closer. That is the insignia of Mr. Robinson's.
That's brilliant.
Handsome, humble, and honest. Sorry.
I said, how cool is that, barbers? I wish I lived near a rugby area.
Yeah, they're like family. They're like family. They really are. And obviously through all of these tough times and everything like that, it's been a massive struggle for them. But fingers crossed, everything is going to be okay. But it's a wonderful place. The vibe there, the quality of what the work that they do, I cannot recommend them enough. And they do get people coming from literally all over the country to see them. It really is. I highly, highly recommend anybody to visit them at least once, and you can see what it's all about.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when I'm down there next year, we'll talk about that in a minute. Maybe I'll have to pick.
Certainly.
You can explain what's going on in this photograph. It's kind of hits the subject to today.
Yeah, as I say, I mean, obviously, bearding photographs, obviously, it's all about the dapper, isn't it?
Of course it is. You're looking very dapper there, very dapper. You do like a bit of dapper.
Bowler hats and watch chains and nice flat caps, And you're king of the flat caps, brother.
Thank you for that. I do my best.
Yeah, and so again, another photo shoot with Johnny Thompson, and it was as I say, I can't remember how many photo shoots that we've done in various sort of guises and various get-ups and clothes and so on. So that was just another photo shoot. I think it was. I think that might have been the one that was used for. I think it was a tobacconist in London. I think.
Oh yeah.
From memory. Yeah.
Oh, just the image, not the text. Family orientated.
Beg your pardon. I can't read it.
Also,
Carl.
It
Sorry,
says,
brother.
I'm getting close. Family orientated. Let's tell you what. Let's bring it up so you can see it here. So bear with it. Family orientated bearding community. So this is one from the web page, which we'll go on about. Don't tell everyone about the web page just yet. I'm keeping it as a surprise. We'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
So I mean, looking at these photographs, it kind of reminds me you are ambassador for the Rapscallion beard company.
That's right. Yeah, the Bearded Rapscallion.
So you've done a few photo shoots for them, from what I believe.
That's correct, yeah. And as I say, obviously there are so many magnificent beard product companies out there, but it's Rapscallions that I work with, and I've been with Tim for I think 2 years now. And a full range of beard oils and balms, and also tattoo care as well. They do. So it's very good indeed.
When I had this tattoo, it was Rapscallion's tattoo aftercare that I used to look after it and heal it a lot better. So it's a good product. I can vouch for that.
So smashing.
With a beard like that, you've got to attend at least one or two competitions. Any experience there?
Yes. It's been a very humbling and successful sort of run, basically. And Missy's not too happy about the amount of trophies, but it's been wonderful and a fantastic experience. And from the top down, I mean, like the most wonderful thing about beard competitions, aside from obviously the adulations that you get should you be successful, is just the environment itself. That is probably my favourite thing to take away from a beard competition. But I've been very lucky. I've done a bit of travelling. I've been to 2 World Championships. The first being in Austin, Texas, where Mr. Robinson's, they sent me, and I came home with a 3rd place position.
Well done.
That was, in actual fact, it was my proudest moment in bearding. I have to say that the Texas Championships was just insanely good. Was that
your first foreign competition as well, or
my first foreign one? Yeah,
so it was your first foreign one over the giant pond in Texas. So it's got to be quite an intimidating thing. The World Championships.
Yeah.
First time on the stage, you go and pull a 3rd place trophy. I mean, I'd have been running out there back on the plane before I got lynched. It's a fantastic achievement.
Every time I think about it, I get goosebumps.
Yeah.
When I look at the photos, I mean, obviously, I've stayed in touch with the 2 men that I was, the 2nd place and the 1st place winners, and to be on stage with those 2 guys that are bearding legends, Owen Hicks and Scott Metz. It was my all-time favourite moment in bearding, and so that was the first foreign competition. The 2nd World Championship, where I came 2nd, so a better result, was in Antwerp, and that was last year.
Right.
Again, fantastic competition, and I came 2nd to an incredible beardsman, Andrew Kloss. And quite a shy and retiring guy, so you don't see him on social media very much. But it was fantastic, and so those are my foreign competition experiences. And then back home, current and 2 times British champion, full beard and style moustache. Thank you very much. And then there's a bit of a list of more local
clubs,
sort of national competitions, and which has been lovely. So all in all, it's been a very humbling and a lovely experience, being involved in bearding. And as I say, coming back to my point at the beginning, the best thing that you bring away from any of these competitions is just the time with the people there. It's wonderful. It really is.
I would encourage anybody who may watch this, bearded or not, to attend a competition if they see one in their local area, because they are wonderful days. You can have if you like to drink, I do, and you can have a nice drink with decent people. You can just sit around, just totally relax and enjoy your day and have a bit of a laugh. They are fantastic places to go.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, with what's been happening this year, of course, this year has just been shot. With everything all being cancelled and all replanned for next year, as was our British Championships.
Yes, because we'll go on to that now. We might as well say, for those that may not be aware, that the iBeard Club, you was given the amazing accolade of hosting the British Beard and Moustache Championships for 2020. Unfortunately, it's supposed to be in August, wasn't it? But unfortunately, I got my ticket. It with the COVID issue, it kind of it got. It's a shame it got cancelled. But it's not all lost, is it?
No, that's right. No, I mean, as you rightly say, it was originally it was for on August the 22nd this year, but we've literally put a forklift underneath it and we've picked it up and we've moved it to August the 28th next year. And so yes, us iBeard Club in association with Whiskers West Midlands, and we've got some incredible sponsorship. The main sponsors are Honest Amish, who are just wonderful. We've got very close sponsorship with Captain Fawcett, who are doing the pre-party or the pre-match warm-up on the Friday night.
Right.
And obviously they traditionally cover a couple of categories, and then we've got a whole list of other wonderful sponsors for all of the categories and everything like this. And it will be an amazing day.